What's going on, guys? Today we're going to be talking about looks and how it affects literally every part of your life. You know, it affects more than just dating. It affects strangers, how they treat you. It affects friends, how they treat you. It affects everything about your life. And genetic determinism is so real and so true. And how you look drastically affects how people treat you. So, for example, if you walk into a building or place in general, people are going to look at you in a certain way if you're attractive or unattractive or very ugly, right? And you can tell. You can see it on the look on their faces, right? You can see it right there. If you're very attractive, then you're going to get like essentially looks of awe. You're going to get looks of from girls like a deer in headlights. If you're normal, you're just going to get some glances, and if you're ugly, you might get stares, and you might get dismissed entirely and treated basically like you don't exist, like you're invisible as well. And it just goes to show that looks are so important. They're basically the most important thing, because without looks, you have nothing else. If you don't have looks, then nobody cares about your personality. Nobody cares about what you offer. Nobody cares about what you do, how much money you have, what your values are. Nobody cares about your religious values. Nobody wants to hear what you have to say. Nobody wants to be around you if you're not attractive enough. If you don't meet the attractiveness level of a group of friends, they won't want to hang out with you. They won't want to be around you. They will literally clown you. They will make fun of you. They will want you to simply just gesture max for their pleasure, for their laughter, and they'll treat you like you're subhuman, like you don't have humanity. That's how it is for me, at least. You know, I feel like I get treated like I'm subhuman sometimes, in that I'm invisible, and that nobody actually cares about me in any way, shape, or form, and that I'm just like there to be laughed at, and it's just mortifying, you know, to have to go through that and deal with that. And this is just a brutal fact of life as far as looks go, you know. If you're not attractive enough for the people around you, they don't want you around them. Like I walk into my gym, for example, and like people don't even look at me. Or if they look at me, it's more like a look of like shock. Like not like a good shock. It's almost like a look of like, not pure disgust, but like a mix between disgust and shock. Just like who is this guy? Like, it's just a weird, eerie feeling I get, you know? And, you know, if I was Giga Chad Thundercock and I walked in, they would look and be like, oh, wow, look at that guy, you know, he's a great looking guy, you know, in the gym, you know. But with me, it's more like, let's stay 6 feet away from him at all times. Not for COVID measures, just for looks measures. Let's stay 60 feet away from him at all times. And, you know, during these group activities where like you have to pick a partner, I feel like I'm always picked last in the groupings. It's literally like everyone finds one person and then it's just like me, and I'm just like looking around, you know, just looking around for someone to do the thing with. And then sometimes I have to like work in with a group of 2 people and then me, so it's a group of 3. And it's like, if that was like a one-time thing, then sure, I wouldn't really think about it. I'd be like, oh, you know, whoops, like, I guess, you know, for whatever reason, just didn't work out this time. But it's like almost every time, you know, almost every time I'm basically like picked last, you know? And like, I just don't know, man. I mean, like, it's just hard to take that mentally, to just be picked last every time. Like, it's wild. Like, and there's nothing you can do about that. You can't be like, hey, class, you know, I just want to let everyone know that I feel pretty down that I'm always picked last. So can somebody please pick me? That's not really like something I can do. I literally just have to keep quiet and hope I can pick someone before everyone picks someone else, before I'm the last guy standing there again and again and again and again. And that's my life, you know? I just don't really, sometimes I just don't really understand why the things happen the way they do, but then I think about this and then I realize, you know, yeah, it all makes sense, you know? It all makes sense because online, you know, I have a decent sounding voice, so people treat me really well online, you know? Treated real well online. And then in person, it's like I'm invisible. In person, it's like, who is this guy? You know, it's not even like, who is this guy? It's like, who? I don't know, never seen him. You know, in person, it's like, pick last. In person, it's like, there's just nothing there. I'm not treated with like a human with dignity, you know, and it's just wild, just absolutely wild. And, yeah, that's just why it's so crazy, like, helping these games with a mic on, you know, I'm treated like a person. I help in these group chats and I'm treated like a person with humanity and, you know, I'm respected, you know, here and there and all that. But then I go out to events, go to the gym, go to the store, go to like hobbies, you know, go on hikes, go walking, and just like, it's almost like some people think I look like a freak. You know, walking past them on the sidewalk, like they're like scared of me, you know? Yeah, so it just really comes down to looks, you know, and it affects way more than just dating. And I mean, just take all of that, what I said, and just try to imagine, you know, just try to imagine like that in the dating sphere. Like, it's just going to be so over. It's just going to be so brutal. Like, literally, like, practically no chance. I mean, I've been doing online dating for a little bit now, recently, which honestly is just completely destroying any sort of confidence that I did have. I mean, it's just like putting it down the toilet, basically. But yeah, so I get on and I'm swiping and swiping and swiping and swiping and swiping, and I'm literally getting no matches. Although I will say that I got some from like obese women, and it's like, I'm sorry, but that's just disgusting. Like, I mean, look, I'm sorry, like, you know, whatever. Maybe I'm like a fake cell or whatever. I don't really care. But like, it's just disgusting, you know? Like, how can you be with that? Like, I'm not like, I don't think, I'm not obese, you know? And I don't think I'm freakishly deformed. So it's like, why am I getting treated like I don't exist? I'm a second class citizen. Why am I getting treated like you know, like I'm deformed and like I'm a freak, you know? And I just really don't know why. And it's, it's just wild. And so I'm swiping on these apps and I literally get nothing. And then the ones that I do match with or whatever, like they don't respond or whatever. So it's like pointless. So it's like, you know, I can't even match with anyone. Even if I wanted to, or I got a match, like I send a message and then I just never get a response, you know? So it's like, whatever, dude. I mean, I don't even like get to try, and I try. Like, I'm not just like letting them go. I'm sending a message or whatever. I'm trying the best I can. So there's not really much else to do with that. And so, yeah, my looks literally determine my entire dating life, and they literally determine how everyone, you know, that comes within my general vicinity looks at me and treats me and respects my humanity, which they don't. I mean, I literally like walk into a giant group setting and, you know, it's like I'm invisible there. And I mean, I don't know about you, but like, would you want to continue to go to these like group events and visit and talk to people and all that if like you felt like you were a complete outsider and no one wanted you there and no one liked you and no one cared about you and no one like, uh, respected you basically, and like part of it was just like they almost want you to just provide something for them, whether it's like a laughter or like money, or something. It's like, would you want to keep going to that stuff? Like, I don't. I just don't anymore, It's just like the mental capacity I have for that has dwindled so much, and I just don't have the patience to do it anymore. And it's just getting too difficult, really, to put myself in these social situations, honestly, because like it's just difficult to even take the looks I get from other people at this point. Like, I just, I just, I don't know. I just want to be loved, obviously, first off, but I also really just want to be like respected as a human being, and just not like ignored and not like treated like shit all the time and like I don't exist, And it's like, I guess I just am never gonna really get that. And again, it's just like night and day difference, Online, it's like people like care about me and care for me, but like in person, it's like I'm invisible or I'm like a freak or it's just like so wild. And I don't know. There's not really much to do with that, I mean, like I can only do so much as far as my looks. I still have a few more things that I can do, but I don't know what I'm gonna do. Honestly, it's just kind of crazy.